So can you see the meeting agenda?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So I think I list a few things I want to check for the 123, right? Anything we still need to take care, like before we move on to 124. One big thing is the set card release. And the last time we kind of go over who could responsible for each of the release, each of the set card. And so do we need to confirm anything more? So basically, for my side, anything Chris and Cheng was taken care of, like I will see either I will take care or our team like Mauricio and also another new member, Dojo, will help. And for the rest, we already find some owner, right? Any questions about this?
I just have PR in the external attacher to update the changelog. If anybody could review that, that's the only way, that's the only thing missing.
So the external attacher?
Yeah, there is one PR for changelog. If anybody can check my English and merge it, that is the thing, last thing remaining.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. I think I'll put it here. If you want, you can also put the link. Right, so there's a PR waiting for review.
I will post a link shortly.
Okay, great. Any other like issues or PRs waiting for review?
Hey, Jing, this is Saikat here.
Oh, hi, Saikat. Yeah.
So I'm working on the fix for changing the node staging part. So the issue which Jan had created, where the node staging path is like depending on the
Right.
PV node. I'm already working on a fix, so that should be out soon. Just an FYI.
Okay. The staging path issue, right? Fix.
Yeah. Like to make it PV agnostic. Yeah.
Great. So whenever you have a chance, you can post the link here. And so
let me.
Yeah, here.
That's probably not 123, right? That's the
yeah.
a new under the PR needs attention section.
Yeah,
Sure.
in the PR needs attention.
Yeah. Oops.
Jeans, your dog.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Very excited.
Sorry. We have a visitor, like another new dog.
Oh,
They're helping.
Play date.
So, yeah, they are kind of sometimes play, sometimes fight.
Okay.
Okay. So that is about this fix. Yeah. Anything else for 123?
I think the provisioner is ready. I think Patrick says change log that's merged. Probably just need to cut it.
Yeah, so whoever responsible for like each repo, right? Please help to check
He is,
any
so Patrick is, he's the one who is going to cut the release. I think he's going to just.
yeah. So for the rest of because we have a lot of those sidecars, and everyone like who is the owner, please help to check, and then cut release. You mentioned it's hopefully we can make this done before the end of the year.
So not sure because people will be off, bro. So I think this week, starting from this week, people will be off, right? So looks like attacher will be done. Provision, I think it's really close. So that, if Patrick is still working, then he can just cut it. I think, yeah. It's probably fine. It's probably fine if we do it in the beginning of January. It's really okay, I guess. Sure. So I think mine's. I don't think mine's probably won't be ready. The snapshotter and the voting house monitoring thing probably won't be ready. I think, because I'm waiting for a few things there still.
Oh, okay. There's still some pending change.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think early next year we can also it should be fine. And so for 124 schedule, I didn't see it's out yet.
So there was a PR. Somebody actually, were you in the meeting?
No.
Yesterday. Okay, let me see if I don't know
yesterday's
if merged. Not yesterday. Not yes. Last week's 6:30 meeting. There was a link. Basically, there was a PR about the schedule. So it's actually the CAP merge date is later than I expected, which is good. So let's see.
Okay. You have
because if that's going to merge like that, then I think it's going to be later January, because they're starting on January 10th. That's like the beginning of the release. So they're not starting that December. So we have more time for the CAP, looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I initially thought it's going to be like the first or second week of January. Maybe now it's probably a little later than that.
Okay. So do you have the link?
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking for this this PR. Okay, I got it. Let me see. I just want to see if it's merged or not. Let's see. Looks like it's not merged yet. Okay, so I'll put it in there.
Sure.
Right. So, but it's kind of saying which week. It didn't say. I couldn't see a date there. So they start from the 10th of January, and then it's like the week 3. I think it's the CAP. I think 3 is the code. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Week 1.
Yeah, week 3. Week 3 is the enhancement freeze. So basically, starting from January 10th is the first week. So it's almost like towards the end of January, maybe. If that's looks like if this is not change, if this is the way it goes in, yeah. So then we have a little bit more time.
Okay.
But still, it's still going to be fast because once everybody's back, first week of January, then we'll have to be quick, do the reviews, that, yeah. So we'll probably have maybe just have more than 2 weeks, maybe, because it's what's the first day coming back is the 3rd. Maybe some people had the 3rd off. So yeah.
Sure. So right now, I think no shutdown, Anchorage shutdown. There's a CAP we want to merge, and also the house, like volume house monitoring, right?
That one is there was a PR. I need to check. I think just that one. I think first I want to get Hamand to look good to me. Then we need to go pin other people who can merge that, because that I'm not sure who else we need there, because that's not like in storage. I think there's something in the kubelet side. So I think once he is okay, then we can go start pinning other people. that's the coding. It's not, I mean, since the cab was already merged, it's the final PR basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we just need to, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll ping him, you know, when he's back again, and then we can get him.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sure.
that one at least, since it's a code, so we have more time for that one. But definitely want to get that one in. Last time we missed it.
Okay. And anything else, like anyone working on some CAP want to be merged in 124, so that we want to make sure.
There will be inline CSI volumes and SC Linux, most probably.
Yeah, so there are
sorry, what's
quite
the
a few.
Inline CSI volumes.
This is one.
Yeah, that's one. And another one would be SC Linux relabeling.
Sorry, can you?
SE Linux.
That one?
Security enhanced Linux, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So there's already some work, like a CAP open, like
we have CAP for both, but both need to be reworked. So there is nothing to review yet.
Oh, okay. Sure. So let's target those and for 124. And since like after New Year, right? Actually, it's time is quite fast, and then we can keep track of those works. And I will open a new like 124 project board, and we can start tracking those work. Yeah, and hopefully we can fit. You know,
there's a big one from Vermont, the voting extension going GA.
Oh.
And then recover from resize failure going beta.
Great. So I think 123, we do have quite a number of like features, right? Either alpha, beta, GA, get in, and hopefully 124, we can continue like this great work.
And also Ben is a voting populator that want to go beta, right?
Yes, we want that to go beta.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll just like keep a note of there, and I will try to use this information to open the project board. Okay, great. So just some schedule, like I think this week we still have Wednesday. If people still want to meet, we can like still have Wednesday's meeting. Otherwise, we can cancel. And the next Monday is holiday, and then the next Wednesday, January 5th, we like start the next year work.
So we should cancel next week's meeting, right? There are 2 meetings next week.
Monday it will be canceled because it's holiday, but Wednesday we can.
Oh, you
start.
think still somebody? I'm not.
No.
The whole week I'm gone. I will be. We have a end of year shutdown.
Sorry. Next I was thinking.
This week? Which week are you talking about? Are you still working next week?
Oh, I got it wrong. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the January schedule.
Oh no, not January. We are talking about December 1st.
Oh, okay.
We still have 1.5 weeks to go, I think. Yeah. So
the next week, the whole next week it will be canceled.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, right? Unless are you still working? I guess I don't know.
No.
Oh, you're not. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, now probably only Michelle can cancel it. I don't know if
right now she transferred ownership to me. I can cancel, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just the cancel next.
Then Wednesday, Wednesday, I can still keep the meeting. Anyone? Like
I will be, yeah, I think Wednesday, I think I should still be
Okay, sure.
there.
I am not here on Wednesday.
Not okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you can still meet.
Okay, so we'll see. If it's just two of us, maybe we can cancel it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put more detailed date later. So roughly, yeah, the whole next week will be canceled, and then the following Monday is holiday, and then we resume on January 5th. Okay.
Oh, basically the January 3rd will be canceled. It's weird because I think we don't have that day. We have the week before. It's a little weird.
Oh,
that's
maybe
okay. We cancel it. That's okay. You're not here. Cancel
it's
it.
a U.S. holiday.
Yeah, but I need to double check. Maybe okay. If that's the case, then probably that's also a holiday for me. Maybe I got it wrong. It will be strange.
Okay. And anything else? I think I just list a few PR I noticed, I think worth to mention here. One is about PVC resource limit not validated, and someone opened a PR to fix it. If you're interested, please review it. As you know, so far we only use the resource request, right? Always, but we never care about limit. But Matt mentioned this in the SIG storage, I think, meeting, right? And maybe we could somehow use limit for something, and also we should validate limit.
Oh, is he going to work on this one? I thought he mentioned this one, but I have not heard after that. I'm not sure what's the plan for.
Yeah, I can ping him, but I think he probably still trying to figure out some of the idea. And this PR is just kind of to add the validation for limit. That's kind of a breaking change, right? So because before we never really validate anything about limit.
Oh.
Whatever you put there, it's can just pass through and no use. And then right now, if we kind of validate, right, then just in case you put any number there, it might cause problem. But I think people, there's no reason for them to put the limit because there's nowhere to use unless they have their own logic. I don't know. Any idea, like any thoughts about this?
Oh, yeah, it makes sense to validate that. One thing is that the validation needs to be done properly. So if you have existing object in the API server, which is suddenly invalid because of the new validation, people must be able to modify it. So for example, they can remove a finalizer and delete the object. So I think Jordan has some idea how to do ricocheting validation or something like that. If the object is already in the API server, then it should be always valid, even though it has a limit. And when the object is being created, then it should be like restrictive, and the API server should reject that. So yeah, like it's not that easy to change validation. But it's not complicated either. Like there is just more code around it.
Oh, then this PR I see is quite simple, right? Maybe it's not yet covered for existing object case.
Exactly. You need to add some unit tests, right? Different.
Of course. Unit tests and whatnot, but yeah, like the idea to do the validation is, I think.
Sorry. Hello?
Sorry, I just dropped probably.
Oh.
So yeah. I think the idea of the PR is correct, just the implementation will be more complicated.
Okay, yeah, so anyone like Yang, if you can leave comment, right, especially for existing object case, it need to handle differently, or anyone who help to review, right?
Sure.
And the link is already here. You can use this to check the PR. Okay, so, and I think there are some thoughts about like how to use resource limit for different purpose, and even mention some, storage pool idea, like which was discussed before. Let's see whether like we can come up with some interesting, ideas, topics around this area. Like whoever interested in this, if it's useful for your use case, let's like maybe put some time to discuss for like a new cap. And I can also ping Matt, who brought this idea up, and the people can work together. That's probably an interesting topic. We want to have further discussion. Okay, so the other thing, a PR is by Hemant. Is Hemant joined the meeting today? No?
I don't see him.
He didn't join the meeting for a while. So I think this is not this related to CSI strictly speaking, but I think this is a very interesting PR change that will affect, like help to improve performance related to, attach, the time waiting for attach, time waiting for mount. So we, as you know, we have some exponential backoff, and that will cause some kind of performance issue when we didn't do it. We kind of do it not in a smart way. And I remember there was some PR before trying to improve this area, but it has some like, other issues, concerns not going through. But this time, I think Hemant idea is seems quite good. And so far, Yang help review, and I also take a look. I think overall it looks good. And I don't know, maybe for certain workflow, you probably can see a noticeable performance improvement. And I was hoping, if anyone have some performance monitoring, and that will be a good way to collect data. Please take a look at this change if you think it might like interest to you.
I think for us, it would be very complicated to get any performance data before it's merged upstream, like it's cherry-picked. We don't deploy stuff that's not cherry-picked to the other branches. No.
So you're saying
So when 124 is released, then we will see the data, but not before. Doesn't help much, I know. Doesn't help much, I know.
So you don't like for the existing branch like 123, 122, you are not going to incorporate
again,
this.
If it is cherry picked there, then we will see it in our metrics, but not before. Like we don't do it for work in progress PRs.
Yeah, that's true. So I was also hoping after this merged, we can cherry pick. If like after, let's say we run let it soak, like there will be some tests at least for 124, right? And if it looks good, we can cherry pick. And after cherry pick, yeah, then we can collect data. Not before, that's true. And in our case, the same. Okay, yeah, just want to share this information. And right now, I'm also, as we discussed last time, there is a false detach logic, right? We want to improve. So I'm trying to work on a PR to check if the node is in a healthy state condition. We don't do false detach, and instead it will continue to try next time. And only if the condition is no longer in a healthy state, and we will do the same false detach logic. I'm still working on that. And I think the node unscriptable shutdown cap, so Xing, you updated, and I think I put some comment there. So anyone who interested, please also take a look. And I was thinking, before we always talking about shutdown case, right? How about hardware failure or operations crash, especially hardware failure, right? It's almost the same thing. So once admin or someone notice there is a failure, they can use the same mechanism. Let's say put a quarantine taint, and then the rest of logic will be the same. It will be I'm thinking in that use case, in that case, it is also can be used. Because in that cap, I think someone mentioned a few use cases they are facing, and they wonder whether they can handle those cases too. So I think for hardware failure, operations crash, as long as we are sure, right, it's not recoverable automatically, we can use the same mechanism.
So in those cases, the node will be not ready, right? If that's the case, then it will, it can go to the same code path.
Yes, I think, consider hardware failure, then nothing should be running.
Right. Yeah, I think that I think it should be fine. Yeah, I can add those.
And later we can expand for other some other modes. Right now we kind of, let's say if this is can be handled in the same way, then we can mention those are the use cases. And right now we require user, it's kind of minimum intervention, right? You need to explicitly put quarantine taint, not automatically. So that's the only thing user need to do. So we consider as a minimum user involvement. The rest the system can handle automatically. Okay. So here, this is the fix for node staging path Saket mentioned. So I think it's working in progress, or it's people can start review.
I'm fixing the unit test. So it's right now it's in hold. Once it's ready for review, I'll remove the hold. But all the existing E2E tests have passed. I'm also planning to add one more new E2E test if it's not available, like 2 persistent volumes accessing the same underlying storage. But I plan to do that after I get like 1 round of review to see that the fix is in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for working on this. Yang, I put your name either.
Yeah, the bug was identified. Yeah.
Okay.
I will also help to check. Sorry. Okay, almost there. So the last one here, CSI snapshot support for CSI migrate volumes.
So I added this one. I think I brought this up once, but Jean was here. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we are getting this requests. You know, basically there are.
Yeah, last time we do also have this request too. So
right, I think it's good to have that because the thing is, okay, so if we say we don't want to support this, they should just migrate to the CSI driver completely. Do we actually provide them some way to do it? Do we have like script, or I guess that's the thing I'm actually want to ask you guys if you just tell customers you have to manually. So yeah, Yang, because you're saying you want them to move to yeah, I think that's definitely good, but do you actually provide some like tested procedures? Because I think they are probably willing to do that. It's just we need to help them, I guess. If we have some way to say, hey, this is
I'm not sure we have anything official, but we could do it. It's like Kubernetes SIG storage. We could provide something. It's not that difficult. You just like stop the application and then change the object.
But the PV, we cannot change the PV. I mean, we have to actually recreate that PV, right? Because PV itself,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? So should we actually? Yeah, I think it'd be great if we tell them they should migrate. We should tell them how to safely do it. There's a lot of people, a lot of customers actually. Stuck there.
I know. It's hard to support it because you tell them something wrong, then they lose data, and you are in trouble.
But then,
so
yeah,
I can imagine like as upstream as Kubernetes, we can suggest something, of course. And if they lose the data, okay, they can come to us and complain, but that's it. We are not legally obliged to do anything upstream.
Well,
the decision, we still don't want to like through the change.
I'm just guessing, do we actually want, because this change itself is actually pretty small, do you actually just I'm also thinking, but we want to provide them with something, then what if just as Yang you're saying, right, something happens, then what? And I was a little nervous about this one. Like this way will be the easiest. They can still continue to use it. They have this functionality as well. Otherwise, if we have, we're actually thinking about providing something, but I'm really getting nervous. Like they have like very, very big setups, and if something gets screwed up,
yeah, exactly.
Not good, right? So then what? They just get stuck with this limited. They thought that they migrated to CSI. Thought now they thought they are same, but actually it's not the same still. So I think that message is not clear, at least, right? So, and then if we say no, you want to go to really go to CSI, what do? You have to get rid of your original setup completely, create a new, or what? What do they do, right? Just we need to tell them something.
We tell them that the entry volumes are still supported, they work, but they will not receive new features.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But they because once customer move to CSI Java, they would like to have new features as well, right? So if we say, hey, then what? They just tell them you're forever stuck. That's not good either.
No, we can provide some instructions like how to change the PV. How to delete it safely and recreate it almost safely. I can imagine that, but I don't like to open snapshots for entry volumes, because then people will come, they want volume health, they will want cloning,
right,
and all the other features that we have.
We need to think about something, right? Otherwise they feel like they are kind of get stuck in this, with limited functionality forever. Even though I think they probably didn't understand this one until they moved. They say, oh, I thought now we are the same as a CSS driver, but no, still not the same. We're still second class citizen. So I guess just thinking about how to help them to move forward. And then we need to come up with something.
I don't know. We can make a script or something that like changes the PVs, like deletes them and recreates them.
That's a big change in you have your workload. I mean, it's better like you don't really. So basically, you keep your volume, right? Keep your volume handle, and then just create the object. But it's yeah, something like that. But
I can imagine like something like that.
I know, yeah, but just I was just wondering if you guys like Jean, from your side, you have any like you actually provide your customer with anything, or they are just fine with this? Just stay with limited functionality. They're happy, or maybe they're not there yet because it's still yeah. Probably, I think I would imagine this request will get more and more. This request,
right. Yeah, once we start like CSI migration, right?
Yeah, because then they completely moved over. Then they're like, oh, I thought we are CSI driver. They are the same, but actually still will be further behind when more and more features are added. We were just never there, right? So I just think we should maybe think about. Yeah, I agree with Yang. Like maybe they should just move to the CSI driver way, but then we need to provide something to help them. It's kind of tricky. Just
yes,
something happened, then we'll be screwed up because they literally have to, like all the volumes, they have to change the mode, retention mode to retain, right? Because they can't by accident delete them. That's just horrible. So I'm thinking about using Vlara to do that, but that still need to make some changes.
So I think the best we can do is provide some guidance to to help.
Guidance is probably not enough. I think we actually really need some script or something. It's so scary to do this type of things.
Yeah, it really depends on customer workload. So I know there's some customer like quite easy for them to migrate to CSI because their PVPVC mostly, let's say, not they create and they will delete, right? Create a new one, deleting old ones.
Yeah.
Then they can just keep creating and like using the CSI to create new ones, and eventually the old one will be just gone. And for other use cases, like their PVC will stay there for a long time, like they keep using the same PVC. I think we can target on those use cases and thinking about the workflow and what's the best way to migrate. We can kind of think of like, everyone, I don't know, you interact your customers, like what's the use cases of your customer, like what their workflow is. And maybe, right, in certain workflow, it's there's some way to easily migrate, and some cases with small, let's say, script could help a lot. Then we can target those, so that the guideline can also mention, right, depends on your workflow. There are different ways to to migrate. But we should as a CSI, like thinking about this as a CSI migration start really kicking in this new release, and so I think customer will experience differently. Yeah, before maybe a lot of customers still just using in-tray, they don't do anything yet, and now we are going through this change and this migration, like really starting to CSI. So what do you think? Any ideas?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to think about how to use Vlara to do this, but my approach probably it's kind of vSphere specific.
Your
yeah.
what? Sorry.
Vlara, it's a backup restore tool.
Oh, the VMware, right?
Yeah.
How spell it? Sorry.
VELERO.
Oh, right. So you first like back up and then restore to CSI.
Yeah, but the restore time, the thing is that I don't want, I don't want it to really restore. It's just going to be like statically getting that original volume back, something like that. I'll just think about it and yeah.
I see.
Restore, of course, you can completely restore from new. That's already there, but this one is a little different. This one is actually right. This one it's probably better just to keep the original volume handle because otherwise it will be too slow. So I'm still.
Yeah,
and
the VMware has big difference between tree and the CSI is.
Yeah, it is very different. So yeah,
it's FCD, right? And in tree.
Yeah,
kind of.
but it's okay. But I mean, in theory, it is doable. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Because once you translate, it's actually you have that FCD path. You have that. So in theory, it's doable. It's just still, but I know there are still things that are not supported. So just as you said, depending on user workload, I know there are certain things that right now we cannot support. So so I just have to be careful.
I see. Since our side, we also have VMware like a customer and also young, right? You side also have. Maybe we can like think together more details about how to support this better. It will benefit for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So we actually well, this is the vSphere volume. So we actually currently does not support this. Vlara currently does not support CSI migrated volumes for backup. That's what I mean. So that's something we are actually working on right now. So, but as part of that, but not only that, I'm thinking that probably will be better if we actually can also accept the existing volume handle. That'll be better. That's just I'm just thinking. I just have to think. Otherwise, it's going to be very slow.
Yeah,
it's taking forever.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, then we have a requirement of in place like restore of existing volumes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you have something already? Like you started think about something?
We have to start thinking because we have products like file store with support like restore from snapshot, but the spec does not. So we are providing some kind of guidance around like workaround, like a manual workaround. But yeah, it would be great to support it in the spec.
So Jean, remember even before we were, I think at some point we were looking into something like in place.
Yeah.
Something long time ago. Not really the backup and stuff, but it's kind of some historic in place PV something like
that. Yes. So we do like actually recently also help some customers do kind of like in place restore.
Oh, they have. Well, that's actually good if you already have a.
It's a kind of very manually.
Oh, okay. Oh, manually, so they have a very small environment, right? Otherwise, it's not. It's a huge environment then.
Right. Yeah, it only affects a few PVPCs.
That's different. Yeah. When you have like huge environment, you have to script it. It's not possible to just manual.
Right. So, but at least we know some steps like needed. Okay. I think we can talking about this at a different time. Like let's if needed, right? We can set up a different meeting time for specific for this. Great. So anything else? we always pass 30 minutes these days.
Good, right?
So,
We have there's a lot of content.
yeah. So anyone have any other topic want to quickly mention here?
So Jing, I wanted to mention quickly one thing which we see customers doing is like a very high rate of churn of like pod bring up and tear down on the same nodes. So
Yeah.
we were exploring some ideas around like should we have some kind of a delayed detach which will greatly benefit. Like if you skip the detach for like a configurable time, we actually like can bring up a new pod much faster on the same node.
So what
So
was the reason that what kind of workloads that require high rate add and delete?
so basically I don't exactly know the details of the workload, like the application what's being used, but they are basically attaching a volume to a node, and their expectation is, okay, I have like since this volume is pinned to this node, I should be quickly able to like tear down one pod and then bring up a new pod, like accessing the same volume. So they
It's
have some
like,
kind of pipeline of pods, you can say.
it's like the processing data in different stages, and
Yes.
for some pods, right, they process data quickly, and then the pod is done. There are a different set of pods starting working on that the same data, and
Yes.
they will keep going. So that will kind of follow this type of workload model.
Okay, so like machine learning, probably something like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So if the user already knows this pod behavior, can they could take advantage of this and like delay the detach by some threshold.
So if the volume already attached to a node, we don't want to involve like quickly attach detach unnecessarily.
Yeah. Like similar to what we have today, we have a forced timeout, like forced detach timeout. There could be a timeout to like initiate the detach. But yeah, this needs a complete design of like how do we, if we want to make it configurable, how do we do that? Like it would be something in the PV spec or something, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, the
So
implementation is easy. It's more around the how do you expose this knob if we want to do that.
uh, so this is interesting kind of topic idea too. So I think it will benefit for some workloads and to improve performance. So similar like command change, right? Now we are starting working on some performance improvements. There are actually, as we experience more, we see here and there things can work smarter. So I think in the following, future work, we want to start tackling on those, performance related improvement. That's a good thing. Yeah. Thank you for bringing up too. Second, yeah, from. And so whoever interested in the topic, right, we can start like in the future meetings, and we'll keep this as a topic and start have some discussion. So today we list a number of things. I think I will also put it in the project board, and then we can keep track these things, so we can make progress. Okay, thank you. So that's all. Or then, yeah, whoever is still available on Wednesday, we can still meet. Just talk some issues and or some plans. That would be great. Otherwise, we'll meet everyone 2022, right? And then happy holiday and happy new year, everyone. If we don't see each other, yeah, in 2021.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Okay, thank you very much. Happy holiday.
Happy
Yeah, thank you. Happy holiday.
holiday.